almost all the demographic change is the result of immigration. And that began in 1965, which is definitely within living memory of a lot of people watching this right now. So that's another and very long way of saying the Great Replacement is not only real, it's the realest thing there is, and it's provably true. So why would they go out of their way to tell you it's a debunked far-right racist conspiracy theory believed in only by antisocial lunatics who commit mass murder? Well, probably because it's true. And in telling you that, whoever wrote that, you have to ask yourself who would write that and why. And it's not just, of course, an AI in Google or Wikipedia. It's everywhere. There's almost nobody who admits that that's true, even though it's provably true. It's indisputably true. In fact, there's a list on Wikipedia of all the people who believe in it, the thought criminals who believe this could possibly be true. Apparently people who don't have access to census numbers.
Again, one of the identities he's hiding is the fact that a lot of these people interrace, and a lot of the times, even though they are white, they can identify as a different race, which is why a lot of white people oftentimes say you're not really white, you're a different type of white, or do the one drop rule where if you have a bunch of different identities, you just pick one you want. And that's also helping people integrate, but it also just proves that there's still a lot of white skinned people going around, and those white skinned people are seen as non-white because of their cultural differences, which is confusing to a lot of people of color because when they walk outside, they just see white people everywhere. They don't see a bunch of black and brown people, they see white people everywhere. Because some of these white people see different white people like Slavic people as non-white and completely different type of white. Or they'll see a completely Arab man that looks like in their eyes white as can be, but they're gonna be seen as just Arab. Which is why a lot of these identities is very confusing for people that live in America because everywhere they look is just white. This is why this white conspiracy that everyone is dying to the brown is not really picked up, except for the ignorant racist people who don't really know what to do with their lack of education other than just point the finger at black or brown people, which is why it's a very naive perspective. It's really just used in order to push the identity that all these people are just really trying to push, that they are the ones under attack, because every time they try to talk about politics, it's a black or brown person they have to face with the racism because they're pushing racial politics to an extreme level, which is just white supremacy clan hoodsmen going around with their Dixiecrats and their pets, which are now slaves to them and dogs to their ideology, because they've dehumanized their race and they let them accept that their race is lesser in order to push their identity because they get more money, resource, or even get to have their own white person to hang out with or sleep with. And they're seeing that as disgusting.